Everywhere in the city you walk around, it's just DJ, EDM, noise everywhere. Oh, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was listening to Fred again before you came over.
Damn, are you Fred Pill?
No. I was listening to Girl Puppy. I'm kidding. Okay. How Long Gone? We're back. Another classic 101 episode live from the East Village. We had a guest issue today. RIP. Not to the guest.
RIP
Takeoff. I guess he was playing dice in a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And something went wrong.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, I'm sure by the time this comes out,
we'll have
everyone else will know. But yeah, I heard there was an altercation, and then one of the Migos' friends or security or something like that accidentally shot Takeoff in the melee.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's true or confirmed or verified.
That's a rumor.
But I heard like somebody posted on Twitter.
Like it was going down. So it
yeah, there was an altercation. Something was about to pop off, and I think one of their friends or security guys or whatever, and someone in their team pulled out a gun and I think he accidentally got a little.
That's crazy. That's even more gnarly.
Which is, ooh.
I know.
God damn.
I know, it's sad. I didn't know he was only 28, actually.
I know, right?
That's
I feel like he's
young.
been a part of my life for so long. I've been playing Migos songs since he was... I guess it makes sense, because the very first Migos songs, I love those ones the most. And the subject matter would be like wrestling in Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
true. Yeah.
I guess I can rock with this stuff. But then when you look back, I'm like, these people...
We're 21. Like
they're still in younger.
Yeah, you're probably right.
If he'd passed at 28 10 years ago, he was in high school.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Was it 10 years? Was Versace 10 years ago?
I mean, the very first...
Versace was the first thing, right? Like the really popped?
No way.
Yeah, it was.
Versace?
I feel like when that remix came out, that's when they became like a real thing. I'm sure there's something before that, but...
So Bando was 2012.
Okay, all right, shit. So yeah, he was 18.
Bando's 20... And there was stuff before Bando.
But Bando was the breakout.
Yeah, Bando, Chinatown, Hannah Montana...
God, I forgot about Hannah Montana. What a classic.
Hannah Montana.
What a classic. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. So yeah, our guest was...
summoned to the newsroom.
Was going to write... Yeah, was writing a piece about his passing, unfortunately. So obviously that got moved to the front of the pile above How Long Gone, and...
You're stuck with us. Jason's wearing a Scully in my apartment. Jason, all right, I just want to give you guys a little visual here. Jason walked over to my apartment wearing Patagonia shorts.
It's a 90-second walk, by the way. I did not strut across Soho.
He took Fifth Avenue down.
It's a Tuesday at like 1 a.m. or like noon.
He's wearing his Patagonia shorts, his Gone hoodie, his Eckhouse Lotta Scully, and Crocs that he Amazon primed because he forgot.
You like the color of the Crocs, though?
No, I hate Crocs. I know they look like doo-doo, and I know you like that.
I'm not talking about the Crocs themselves. I'm saying, do you like the color story? It kind of matches the inside of the E-Class back at home. I was getting homesick.
I see. So you said, let me get the espresso Crocs for the feet.
Yeah, I've found that I'm purchasing more espresso-colored products after I became a Mercedes-Benz certified pre-owned driver.
Okay, so you're saying
roadside assistance and all that stuff is all available.
Who needs AAA when you have a certified pre-owned? So you're saying that because your new car, new old car is
don't come for that.
So your new old car has the espresso.
Buying a new car is a fool's errand. All my car heads out there know.
Yeah, buying a car is a fool's errand. We lease, baby. I don't care what it does to my credit. I just want a new car as often as possible. So what is the actual name of the color? I know we've been over this, but I just
it might be.
Is it mocha?
I guess I could Google it. It's a mocha, it's an espresso, it's a dark roast, it's a mahogany.
It's a 77% cacao.
Mercedes brown leather name. What do we got here? Leathermagic.com.
It's crispy. I love the way it looks. I love the way it dances with the navy blue exterior paint job.
Yeah, I mean, navy and brown bury me. That's what.
So would you say that the inside is peanut butter, the outside is not jelly? in this case?
I'm on leathermagic.com.
Okay.
Is it mahogany?
Mahogany seems, I don't know. That seems off to me.
All right, tell me about it.
But I was looking at a sweater yesterday. There's a espresso color as well.
Oh, bruh.
What is it?
I think it might be tobacco.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It
Cognac would have been nice, though.
Cognac would have been nice, but I think that...
Sorry, we're digressing.
I think that that's cool. Tobacco really fits for you. Now, have you actually... Great question, follow-up question.
I have not smoked inside my car
But you're
yet.
a classic car smoker. Not like a woman that works at Hardee's going to her shift, but like you've told me before that sometimes when you're blasting down Forest Lane, you roll the windows down the truck and have a cigarette while the sun comes up.
I've smoked a cigarette in my car on rare occasions.
Oh, okay.
It's not something that I liked.
Sure.
I like to do, but every once in a while, it feels good to be bad. And
I've heard that before.
I think as long as you set, it's like an orgy or smoking indoor. There's things you can do to offset the damages. Lay a tarp down, open the window, blow it out through the fabric softener in the tube. Yeah. Incense, whatever it is. But when I'm in the car and I'm having like a moment where like an actress in a movie just like screams, just like can't take it no more kind of thing, but also in a joyous
your
way.
life is extremely stressful, so I kind of understand how you could hit the wall on the road.
Yeah,
when KCRW isn't coming in, you got to kind of bang the dashboard to get the signal.
I got to wiggle my rabbit ears. Well, it has to be a perfect storm of circumstances to smoke.
How
in the
many?
car.
How many drinks have you had to have before you get behind the wheel?
Well, that's the thing. Because if I have too many drinks, then I don't want to smoke.
Because you need to concentrate on getting home safely.
I want to concentrate, and I don't want to cause attention. I don't want it to be like, oh, who's this guy fucking hauling ass down Forest Lawn at 4 a.m, windows down with a cig. You want to be as inconspicuous as possible. So you have to be sober enough to where if a cop pulled you over, I could probably talk my way out of it. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's going on, bud? You listen to the show?
Oh, do you need? Oh, you got an AirPod in, officer. You must be listening to a podcast.
I gotta say, I always back the blue. I like all this. I'm also a fan of the Punisher comic book series. Those are some great fables.
Growing up, I kind of identified with the Punisher just like you, officer.
I just had I know it's bad to ask an officer this, but what do you do for your leg day? Because the way those calves are hitting on the side is something I've been chasing after. So
I see that you're wearing shorts, officer. That's a choice you have with your uniform, I believe.
And I support that.
I mean...
So that you have to be... a couple brewskis in. It has to not be too cold out.
Okay, so you put on Springsteen. Now, is the window all the way down or is it cracked?
No, the window has to be all the way down because I'll only do a cracked if I'm in somebody else's car.
Because that's actually better, but then it makes the whole car smell like cig.
Yeah. And like a cold night, heater on, windows crack, Parliament 100 blowing while you're listening to, The Cure on cassette. Clean up on aisle me. But in my own car, I have to be listening to an uplifting, ethereal kind of moment.
Are you saying
Bruce don't do it for me?
I was joking about Bruce.
It's got to be a Bjork Yaga.
So you're saying is it like sunrise set energy?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well,
okay.
Is the sun rising or setting? I ask myself. No, it's the sun's rising.
Okay. So it's a sunrise set vibe, and if the light is hitting you just right, you feel compelled. But you're saying in the new Mercedes-Benz, the all new used Mercedes-Benz, you're going to maybe try to not do this, or you think you're going to slip up soon and maybe have one?
It's like when your parents or your Asian girlfriend buys something and there's a thin plastic on it, and
yeah, when I used to go to my grandma's house, it would be like that sometimes.
Granny house is another situation where that happens, where like there's a lot, like I'm sure my girlfriend's dad has many like electrical items and equipment and
where he keeps the
VCRs, remote all that shit that still has the film on it. The plastic.
Do you see the film on my TV? Or you probably can't. You have to get up close, but I kind of kept it on.
Did you really? No, I believe it.
No, hell no. I actually, when we got the hood, the Mila hood at the crib, I'm like, these motherfuckers forgot to take the plastic off. I had to get up there and do it myself.
Oh my! On show day, you had to do it yourself.
It's crazy, and it was hard.
I don't know if it was that hard.
No, it's like because of the angle and because it's like a little it's a thicker film than maybe some of the lower priced products that you're speaking of.
You want to play this game?
No, I don't. But
I've had Mila in my house for at least 10 years.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about like the film.
Do you want to come for the stove?
No, the film.
I'm saying for the Sub-Zero.
I'm saying the film is thicker
Not
on the
Wolf range
than it is on a
VCR.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and also on the nice stainless steel range that will hopefully never be turned on.
I mean,
the plastic has a little blue to it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I had a feeling, sweetheart.
It's the blue It's the blue face plastic.
Blue M&M plastic on the range.
So you're saying that would be that? Do you think so? You think smoking a cig in the car?
What I'm saying is I like to leave the film on for a little bit, but at a certain point, I just got to. It's the big red button that you got to. You can only hold out for so long.
So do we think we're going to make it to 2022, or do we think this is coming holiday season?
I'll finish up the year without smoking in my car.
I don't know, bro. If you get forced to go to
fam, I've driven, I've owned this car for like a month and a half, 2 months now, and I feel like I've driven it less than 10 times. I just haven't. I've either been out of town or if I do take the car, it's just like to the gym and back. It's like,
you're not really getting to open it up kind of on the 101.
I'm putting 6 miles a day on that bitch, even if I even get in it. I also like to ride my bicycle on a nice day. So
yeah, Jason has discovered
keep the Nazi sled in the garage.
Jason's been in New York, for a couple of days, and I see him changing, and I see his kind of
like the leaves.
Well, when we showed up last night for a taping of Alison Roman's famous YouTube program. What's it called? It has a name. Home Movies. Home Movies. So we showed up for a taping of Home Movies, thinking that maybe David Cho, executive producer,
Dance Mom.
We show up and Jason, he's wearing his cute little sweater and his big pants, and I'm like, "What's up, Chief?" You were
probably wearing a cute sweater and big pants too. Suck my dick.
I was wearing my Halloween costume of double RL fit model. Thank you very much.
Your little Toy Story fit on.
Bro, I look just like Kendall Jenner in my Toy Story fit. I have my little ass out.
Kendall's looking good in the Toy Story
Kendall
fit.
Is looking good, and she ruined that for children, which is another subject we can talk about later. But
I hope some of the youths of America
I get there.
Her.
We go to, of course, Alison Roman lives in a neighborhood in Brooklyn that looks like Boston,
Boring Hill,
and it's just fucking rammed with kids, and more annoyingly, parents being like, "Oh my god, that building has great candy. Take Caper Leaf there," and so the.
Caper Leaf is the name of my non-binary child.
Yeah, Caper Leaf is my non-binary 3-year-old. Their private school costs $50,000 a year, but the coloring she's bringing home is inside the lines. It's really nice stuff.
And if she's going to get if Caper kind of goes, we don't like to do the leash on the child.
No.
That's uncouth. There's a Bluetooth collar.
Of course, yeah.
It's a small vibration. It doesn't shock them.
We let Caper do their own thing because we feel like that's the best way for them to express themselves.
We're free ranging them.
We're free ranging them. So we get to Boring Hill at the same time. Like I hop out of the Uber and Jason's there.
You hop out of the all new Lincoln.
Yeah, the all new Lincoln Nautilus, which is the real pandemic in Uber in New York City. And Jason explains to me that he had just been city biking all afternoon, like he was a chick from Wisconsin who is kind of like discovering the city.
So are you saying that only women ride bicycles?
No. I'm just saying that like it's
or Michiganders.
No. Locals. I think it's probably most used by locals. But your excitement about kind of unlocking the bike using your Lyft app, I think really kind of.
Well, they make it so easy. How can I not be excited? No, I mean. Because I've loved bicycle riding my whole life.
You're a recovering two-wheeler.
I live my life on two wheels. I plan to ride my bicycle until the day I die. It's one of my most free. It's like some people wake up at 5 a.m. and go longboarding in Malibu with Diplo. You wake up with Diplo's dick in your hand. It's pumping 2 to 3 lefts. I'm going out there.
Sure.
I don't care. The sun's not even up yet. And so, you do your Barry's boot camp with your crop top wearing people named Paris.
I have an update on Paris.
Okay. We have a Paris update. Let's go pay some bills.
And you ride bikes, but so you discovered the city bike, and Jason rode the bike, I believe, over a bridge?
So I rode from Lower East Side.
Okay.
Basically, I did Katz's Deli. Over the Manhattan Bridge, which is not a picturesque ride.
No, it's
compared
not.
to some of the other bridges.
Now,
on
do
this
you have
town.
your AirPods in for directions as well as a
Yes.
sunrise set on NTS?
So no, I don't listen to like intense music when I'm riding around the city because I feel too distracted because there's just so much going on and some car doors and people yelling and
when you see a chick with a Dogtown sticker on her laptop, you don't want to wreck. You don't want to wreck the city bike. Because if you fall off a bridge, you could die. So you got to be careful up there.
That's right. Well, I mean, for me, the problem is there's so much graph to look at.
Are you carrying around your disposable Kodak to get graph pictures for your zine?
I have my left hand is holding a cold brew, splash a hole.
Okay.
And my right hand has my camera full, ready to go, start flicking. Oh my God, who's steering this thing?
Okay, so you're steering the city bike with your knees, drinking a cold brew. And you're taking in your I'm sure you're using your kind of thumb, your classic TJ style to reportage to kind of get the images.
And the phone is on silent, so you won't hear that clicking sound.
No, of course.
None of my victims hear the clicking sound.
No. Okay, so you went from Lower East Side to Dumbo.
Lower East Side to Dumbo, over the bridge, going up the bridge on a city bike, not as fun.
Because the city bike is much heavier than your vintage cruiser.
So yeah, the city bike, it's a devil's creation, but it has to be built that way so the urchins of New York City don't, I guess eat it.
Yeah, for sure. Anything
break it
can
down
happen.
for parts.
At least light it on fire.
Light it on fire, turn it into a drug somehow.
Yeah. There's definitely a way to smoke that shit.
And it's come talk to me once you've smoked an entire city bike. Okay, you don't have a fucking addiction problem.
Bro, last night, oh shit, I took a city bike to the dome, bro.
Bro, I'm only doing electrics right now. They charge by the minute, but it's worth it.
I'm only doing electrics.
But and I will never ride the electric. No, but my problem is since I'm such a tall man, I need a very large, oversized bicycle that is, there's like 10 of them.
So
in
the city
country.
bike is the
city bike is built for your mama, not me.
Yeah. So are you able to get the seat?
No offense.
Are you able to? Don't come for my mom. Are you able to get the seat high enough?
Fuck no.
Okay, you're not.
I mean, I max it out, of course.
Yeah.
Like you on your treadmill or
That's
whatever.
Right.
I max it out all the way, but obviously it doesn't come anywhere.
So are TJ's knees coming above the handlebars while pedaling?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Big time.
So you're not able to kind of do a stand-up sprint.
I can come off the saddle, but the geometry of the frame is not forgiving to my body shape and size.
No, so if we saw that, we would be kind of running for the hills.
Some of my fans might catch me in the prone position going down Houston Street, and it's a scene that I don't want to be spotted in.
Well, luckily you're in Brooklyn where nobody knows you.
Yeah, riding around Dumbo, I was like, this is a different state. I'm in Utah now. It's basically Salt Lake City by the sea.
Dumbo is a very weird place. I don't really mind it for some reason.
I don't mind it. I think it's a nice reprise from the city.
Because that's your first time, I bet, right?
I've been to Dumbo a couple times, but I mean, I guess the last time I was there when I cut the ribbon with the big scissors at the Sweet Green Dumbo location. But
it's a big office lunch culture.
Office lunch, indoor rock climbing. My friend started a new brewery. It's across the street from the West Elm.
What if I turned into a rock climber and I was like, ask you to travel with my crash pad because I couldn't fit it in my carry-on.
Bro, my brain dead crash pad. Is it called a crash pad?
No, I'm sure it has a worse name than that. All my boulderers let us know, but
no, don't
let us
Please
know.
Don't. No, I mean we make fun of the things that we can't do or we choose not to do.
I could choose to do it. I just honestly, Amardeep hurt his knee so badly doing that, like for fun to like try it like years ago, and it caused him so many problems. I was like, I'm never doing this.
Damn.
Like it's just not worth it.
And now what does Amardeep do? Rides that beautiful bicycle all over town.
He's in the best shape of his life.
Best shape of his life, thanks to that.
He'll cross your ass up and hit the fallback 3 as well. He will Euro step, but he'll also ride 100 miles to get a donut. I don't think he's there. I think he's flirting with tennis, but I don't think he's really kind of
okay.
So anyway, we go to Roman's house.
So yeah, I ride from Ludlow to Dumbo, Dumbo to Borum Hill.
Yeah,
a lot of uphill on that one.
So we get to this. So we're invited to this taping for Home Movies, and I'm thinking that this is maybe some sort of, I don't know. I was hoping it was a little more exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
So you kind of got the feeling that Alison Roman sent out a tweet or an Instagram
I thought
saying,
I thought it was going to be 10 or 15 of her closest friends and family.
Here's my home address, pull up.
And it ended up looking like a line to get tickets for the National. You know what I mean? Like every guy in there is like...
What does the average National ticket buyer look like, Chris?
A guy with a beard that could lose 10 pounds wearing Blundstone boots that wants a cocktail.
He wants a cocktail because he
got a babysitter for the night and he's having fun.
I got a sitter for the night. I'm having fun. I don't even care that it's Halloween.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. Everybody there had a beard and Blundstones, and except for my G Hunter.
Everyone there had a beard in the in the other kind as well.
But it was just like, so I thought this was a VIP experience. It turned into 50 people, you know. I didn't know anybody there except Hunter and
well, luckily we were cracking open a lot of chuggable reds, oranges,
sure,
peaches, pinks, purples, and there was a nice spread of my favorite all-time shitty white people dip, Ruffles, with
I
the
just,
Lipton.
It was I had a great time because
Alison, a little too much fresh cracked pepper on there. There's such a thing, sweetheart.
Any time with Roman is time well spent. But I just I'm like, oh, maybe. I was like, oh, Jason, we'll be in some BTS footage. We'll kind of hammer home our relationship with CNN star Alison Roman, and kind of her new cookbook's coming out. This is going to be good for business.
So you didn't get a chance to build is what the problem is.
Oh, that's not the problem, Jason.
Okay.
The problem is because I don't eat these delicacies. They're like
a beautiful piece of ham.
They're like, Jason, get in here. They throw Jason in front of there's 3 cams. There's first of all 3 steady cams, full lighting. We got the boom mic.
I was very impressed by
this. Is a very professional.
David Cho
setup.
runs a tight ship.
It was a very professional setup.
Roman house.
I'm standing watching my illustrious co-host kind of get in there and chop it up with Roman, and I'm seeing a future where I think food media needs you back in some way, because everyone is a nerd.
Yeah.
And they need you to kind of make fun of them.
Yeah.
And I think that Roman needed it, and I think Roman appreciates it because she knows.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting point that you bring up, because I do agree with that.
That's a very interesting point that you bring up, that I'm great.
No. Well, I mean, I first of all, I think it's cute that the only reason why I was chosen above you was because I eat ham and you don't.
I agree that is why this happened. I'm kidding. I actually I have no interest in being on camera in a situation where I would be forced to eat. That's not really my thing.
Right. And also be forced to just say, yummy, versus dropping some of your sharp criticism.
Of course. I would never criticize. I know my place in the world when it comes to the food.
Yeah.
No one wants my opinion, but it was beautiful to watch 2 of my faves kind of chop it up over a small ham sandwich.
Improvise,
fully. But it was
the beautiful ham with some fennel seeds, coriander on top of that redacted soft potato roll. Beep. And a yummy King's Hawaiian.
It looked
Hawaiian spelled with an X.
It looked great, but it also we had to kind of get out of there after Jason was free to go.
We had a soft out
after Jason was released.
That's a wrap for TJ. Everyone claps. How do I get can somebody take this mic off of me?
The driver's outside. We need to get this mic off him now.
I agree that the food media world needs somebody who can sort of, bounce some of their ideas back off them, and, shine a mirror onto some of their just cucked existence. But the problem is I do that, but I'm still trying to figure out my footing on how to do it.
Sure.
Because it's so opposite direction on both sides. Like, the whole food media world is so scared of saying anything opinionated whatsoever.
I don't even know if I think they're just really earnest.
Yeah, I mean,
there's definitely fear.
They have their reasons, and I don't disagree with any of them.
Yeah,
like, we do need to support and blah blah blah, and everything's good. But like, it's a little bit of the participation award kind of thing. Like, it's, to me, it's no fun if nobody has an opinion about it. If everything is good, then nothing's good, and I get so bored. So I get so frustrated in those situations that I fear that I come back a little too fierce for them, and then it's sort of
Were you
dead
able
on
to
impact.
control that impulse last night?
I was white knuckling it, and I was trying so hard to control my impulses, and I made like 3 racist jokes in a 45-second taping.
The thing is that if anybody could handle you, it's probably Roman. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Yeah.
She could like give it back, but I think that the reality is we got to take this to the top. We're going to run TJ up the flagpole, and we're going to figure it out. I think that the round table with you and Molly Baz could do some numbers. So I'm kind of going to talk to you two about doing like a ticketed, like a
It's a red tablecloth.
yeah, exactly. It's a red tablecloth, but it's also more. It's also going to be. I want to kind of lean into the trend of like celebrity boxing. You know, like you guys wouldn't be fighting, of course, but I would want kind of like a weigh-in.
I'm the Jake Paul of the Bon Appetit universe.
I want you and Molly Baz to do one of those weigh-ins, but it's just like a dish tasting, and then I have to hold you back because you're like throwing a turkey sandwich at her. You know what I mean? Because there's too much mustard on it.
My casserole is better than yours.
Exactly.
Bitch.
I think that would be
Call
good.
that a fried shallot?
But to continue, to continue our food theme night, we had to rush to my favorite dramatically named bar in Lower Manhattan. Say it with me, Jason. The river.
The river.
Yeah, Springsteen voice.
River next door to Dr. Clark's.
Yeah, because friend of the show Gray was doing a dinner series that TJ had signed us up for, and
I like to support female-owned emerging voices in the culinary space.
I do too, and I have to say that it might have been the best tiramisu I've ever had.
Oh yeah, I think I might be correct. I like the format that they did at this dinner was it was just like 20 people, $70. You get an app, a main, a dessert, and then we're just kind of pouring you like fun wines throughout the whole thing.
I hope you drank enough for both of us because I did tip healthily on Venmo.
Oh damn! I got you back, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you do.
Katz is on me for lunch. Family.
Yeah, that's what I want. Can I get 2 slices of bread toasted?
That'll be $24. Yeah. So it was not a great value for some of our sober guests.
But you know I don't care about value.
You don't care about that.
If you care about value,
I think it's a cool chill, casual way to do it. Where it's like,
I agree.
I'm not going to be making bank on this. It's like closer to a break even thing. But we're all just kind of doing it for fun and having a good time, make a little bit of money, pay the staff and everything like that. But it's a cool format where you just show up and like, here's what we got.
I agree.
And it was that fucking that tiramisu.
It was
especial.
It was very, very good. And I don't like tiramisu because it usually makes me cough.
What?
Because I inhale the powder as I'm leaning down to take a bite.
No way.
That's right. And don't act like that hasn't happened to you. It's happened to all of us if we've consumed. I'm going to give some visibility to the tiramisu
Chris,
coughers.
Some people have different levels of excitement around powders is all I'm saying.
Look, don't bring ladder into this.
I'm not talking about ladder.
Oh, I understand.
I see some powders and I'm going to be like, that's fun. You see some powders and you're like...
No, that is not true. I'm just saying maybe the way that I enunciate and speak and gesticulate at the table.
Gesticulate?
Gesticulate.
Yeah, I think that's the breakfast sandwich at Sweet Chip next door to my fucking hotel.
Gesticulate?
Ooh, we got hot honey on it too.
But we ran into our friend Emil and the night took a turn.
Emil Haney, producer extraordinaire.
You know Emil Haney from his work with people like Kid Cudi,
Mark Ronson,
SZA,
FK
Twigs. I mean, the list goes on.
Sure, maybe DJ Premier,
Lady Gaga, West Side Gun. Don't forget.
Yeah.
My dusty hip hop head Emil is like, it's 9:30.
Margella down to the dick too.
He looked great. He did look amazing.
When is he not splashing?
Emil always looks great. So we run into him. We're talking, blah blah blah. He's like, you know what? We're gonna go back to my place. I'm like, it's a Monday at 9:45, but I can see it in TJ's eyes that we're going back to Emil's place because TJ wants to smoke a cigarette and have some more chuggable reds.
I'm in New York City. Do I want to walk up a 5-story walk up to a dazzling loft with like hi-fi speakers in it that cost more than my car? I do want to do that.
So we go back to Emil's house. We made it all the way up the stairs, and
he's got such a chunker of a cat.
That's what I want to talk about.
Indoor smoking is allowed.
That's what I want to talk about. So I've been to a lot of Emil's abodes in our relationship as friends, and
it's actually pronounced abode, but yeah.
Marvin, his cat, you guys know I'm not an animal person, but Jason, I walk into this apartment, I'm admiring the piano, the beautiful book collection, the pink marble bathtub, and I'm like,
magnum after magnum.
I'm like, Jason, where are you? And this bitch is in there petting a cat, taking selfies with a cat. And I'm like,
but this is not a regular cat. This is, if you've seen my Instagram story, I posted it today, but it's one of those cats where you see it and you're like, oh damn, bro. Like it just looks like a cartoon.
I agree. It does look like a cartoon. If there's a cat that is cool looking, this is that cat.
Yeah.
And
they're nice, and they have a pleasing disposition.
No, that's true.
They want to rub against you and all that stuff.
So Jason is sitting on the couch, drinking his wine, having a conversation, and that Marvin has just kind of placed his big old melon on Jason's tiny pin thigh, and I'm kind of worried that Marvin's heft could actually bruise.
I do have some bruising.
What you call a leg, and I luckily
what you call a leg.
I'm looking today, and it doesn't look like Marvin caused any damage.
My IT band is fucking crushed.
Because I wouldn't want to have to send
Bro, you said that cat weighed 20 pounds.
I know. I wouldn't want to send Mila a bill. That would feel rude after he hosted us in his home. But if you had to have a contusion worked out, that would. That's not coming out of the How Long Gone budget.
Yeah, if you think I'll be able to walk for the next couple of days, you got nothing coming.
This is a problem. But yeah, so I didn't get home till midnight on a Monday, and I had a great time. We made new friends. It was fun. Like
it rained. I walked home in the rain solo on my burial shit.
Jason in New York is really a different animal. He's open for whatevs.
Yeah, but my whatever so far is pretty mild.
I'm not saying it's extreme. I'm just saying that I think that the situation we were in last night, neither of us would be in Los Angeles.
1,000%. And that's the beauty of this town.
That is the beauty of the town. I agree. And I'm happy I stayed out late, and I woke up this morning and I felt, not great, but I was able to go to Barry's where I am on the treadmill.
Let's get right on that mic for this Paris chat.
The class has started.
Chris is in Paris.
No. Wait. Guess who gets on the treadmill next to me as a student? Paris.
Paris. The teacher becomes the student.
Teacher becomes a student. Paris walks in. This man is wearing the 2-inch Nike marathon shorts with the cut.
Yeah.
The tank top.
Coochie cutter.
The tank top dips down so you can see the top of the 12 abs. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And at first he's like, I'm like, oh, but he's taking it easy. He's just warming up, Of course, then he starts sprinting on a 15-16. That's a different story. We get down on the floor, and I'm like, let's see what this motherfucker is made of. He was made of quite a lot.
Okay.
Quite a lot. He was using a 40.
He did some shit to you that you ain't never had before.
He was using a 40-pound dumbbell set for squat presses.
40-pound dumbbell set, so a 40 in each arm.
40 in each hand for multiple sets of squat presses.
So that's where you got them in your hand, you squat down, and when you come up, then you push them up over your head. Mamma mia.
Like, I can do 10 of those, He was doing 40 of those.
And then Grandpa starts getting a little gassed.
But his ass was touching the ground, too.
Really?
My mobility on the squat is not, I can't get that low.
So whole straight to the mat.
Exactly. So what my point is, this guy is haunting me as a fantastic athlete, and I like to be on the other end of his abuse, but it's also nice to be inspired by his performance in another class.
He's the carrot being dangled that you're chasing after.
But being right next to someone who's kind of on that level, today when I wasn't feeling maybe my best, did inspire me to do better.
No, of course. the only way to get better is compete with people better than you. You know,
That's true. That's
how
true.
you find. Oh my God, there's another level to this atmosphere.
I'm always trying to unlock another level
With your online chess, with your gift wrapping.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, all the stuff that you're trying to improve.
It's true. I need to kind of link up with some professional gift wrappers this holiday season.
I'm sure you're a fucking ass and there's a few in this town.
I've never wrapped a present. You know, I pay people to do that.
Do you pay people to wrap? No, really?
I've never wrapped a present.
That I believe, but
yeah, you pay. You just drop them off. You pick out the papers. It's got to be chic. Pick out a nice ribbon.
Is there a name for this business, or do you just? Or are there a multiple places that do this, or do you? Is there like a one spot?
No, there's multiple. There's usually I think there's like a paper source, like kind of a corporate place that will do it.
Yeah.
That doesn't do a bad job. And there's usually kind of a local place. I'm sure there's like a place on Larchmont. You know what I mean?
You can go to one of those big corporate places,
exactly.
like Papyrus.
Yeah,
with
you
the
would go to
font.
Starbucks to get yours done. I would go to Ludlow Coffee Supply.
Oh, so cool. So it's like supporting the small.
But I would
business.
say this holiday season, if you're short on time because you're building an empire like we are, get your presents wrapped. It's $5 to $10 per gift.
You don't have your life partner wrap for you?
I mean, she would probably prefer that, but I like to kind of take
You handle
things.
that. I do the gifts on my own.
I like to take.
You do take ownership over gift giving because it's one of your pleasures. So that
I
makes
love
sense.
giving gifts, and if they're wrapped right, I think it does make a nice presentation. I would like to work on some custom wrapping paper. Actually,
Oh shit!
I think that would be cool.
I think there's people make a lot of money doing that. Like if you can, like my Carolyn found last Christmas like some website where like each roll is like $40 or something like that, but it's just like here's like 5 roll wrapping papers that are just like shitting on the competition.
It's so cool. It's like what wallpapers turn into. You're like, oh, this is hand painted. You can get
hand painted.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
You're not ready for that conversation.
Luckily for me, I mean, I'm pretty good at wrapping a present. It's not that hard to do, obviously.
Are you also an origamist?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, well, I guess I have folded, so
I know you. I know you're not great at folding laundry. I've kind of seen your work there.
That's false.
It's not precision.
I use the Marie Kondo method, bitch.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you have a t-shirt folding board?
I hang on my t-shirts.
Oh, that's right. I have a t-shirt folding board.
The socks get a certain fold. The shorts, everything.
Did you watch Marie Kondo, or did you just look this up after the fact and subscribe?
I think like somebody sent me the PDF of the book when it first came out, and I kind of just skimmed. Like I read past all like the philosophies, and here's
found a takeaway that worked for you.
Yeah, just like here, I found the cheat sheet where it's just like, like the basic is just like take all the shit you don't need anymore and throw it away and just do it. That's fine. But the only other thing I retained was folding the clothes.
Well, you didn't throw any shit away. I've seen your cluttered office.
I throw shit away all the time, believe it or not. But there's just so much coming in that it's, sometimes you catch
when
me
you
at a bad
become
time.
kind of the face of legal cannabis, I know it's hard to kind of organize all of the treats.
All the tree treats. Well, my house is just too tiny, I guess. I need a separate room. I need a wrapping room.
I think there is a part of being an influencer where you do need a room for just your products.
My swag room.
And I'm ready for you to get there.
All of my Netflix cookies, where are they going to go?
I can't wait for you to get there.
I can't wait. Netflix cookies, I just remembered. Someone sent me a box of like 20 cookies. The box was like as big as like a flat screen TV. This massive fucking box. I'm like, oh shit, somebody sent me like some crazy shit, but it was like a bunch of cookies individually wrapped, and I ate a few of them. They were very good. There was a banana one that was really good. And
that's what I reached for, a banana cookie.
They said that was their piece de resistance. I forget the name of this brand, but it's like a cookie delivery service. I don't know. There's a zillion of them nowadays.
It's no Insomnia, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
The triple OG of this shit.
Yeah, I'm sure the Sharks passed on this one. But, well, actually,
you know what?
Sharks didn't pass.
I'll make this easier for you. I'm out.
I'm willing to offer you $200,000 for 78% of your.
I'm willing to offer you $250 for 97% of the company, and I will not serve on the board.
Look, Baldy, I don't like that valuation one bit. But I was talking to Carolyn, and I was like, "What are you giving the fucking trick or treaters?" And she's like, yeah, I just put all those cookies out in a bowl on the fucking doorstep. And I'm like, damn, bitch, those cookies are like 3 weeks
I
old.
told Al, I said,
she's like, I ate one, it's still good.
I told Al, turn the lights off and lock the door. I will never ever give out a piece of candy.
Even when you're out of town, you're not gonna let.
No, bro. Fuck Halloween. I don't want to participate one little bit. I hate it.
I don't like Halloween one little bit.
I don't give a shit.
And I wish somebody would come lay on top of me and stop them. Stop.
I
Halloween
dare you
from
to
happening.
try to lock me up, officer.
So you don't, but your girl likes like holidays and things like that.
Yeah, it's
you're
not
out
about-
of town. You're across the fucking country.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
I guess it is dangerous in your neighborhood.
Oh yeah, okay.
Roaches and rats, bars on the windows.
Bro, you don't know. I'm starting to think maybe these kids
From the slums.
What if these? I just think that this fentanyl shit, bro. It could be. What if the kid is like cute kid? It's like, oh, I want to give you something. You're cute, you know. You pop a sweet tart in, you're dead.
Damn, your ass sound like Fox News watching
Bro.
Auntie.
Bro, Tucker told me this fentanyl shit is real, bro. Tucker said Tucker took off his blazer and I knew he meant business, and he was saying this fentanyl shit is in all the candy.
I need king size Fent too. None of this little shit.
Don't give me a bite-sized Fent.
But yeah, that's. I guess you don't want you don't want your girl to be alone, opening the door to some stranger.
I think Halloween.
I guess that's a good point.
I think Halloween, as a Christian, I think Halloween is the devil's holiday,
oh shit.
and I'm kind of sick of this agenda of.
You don't like this pagan poetry.
No,
being
this
peddled.
is fun. It's cute. Is it fun? Is it cute? Is rotting in hell fun and cute?
I think that Halloween, once you stop being into candy, which you should stop being into
I've never
candy,
stopped being into candy, so that's why I kind of struggle.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, candy's what's not to love?
If I was your therapist, I would be like, let's use that as our starting point for next week's session.
I know you don't
Let's
like.
put a pin in that
I
for
don't.
now.
I know you don't like candy, but I bet like there's
Alcohol, my candy.
I bet there's been times in your life. I mean, I remember as a kid just being like, chubby little me. I get some raisins. They close that door. I'm winding up like Randy Johnson. The raisins are going right back at that door.
Really?
Fuck yeah. Bro, you give me raisins or an apple, I'm throwing it at you. I'm throwing it at the door.
Those are just Halloween rules.
That's just I've never bag snatched. I've never
for
had
somebody
my bag.
for somebody who hates Halloween, you know a lot about it.
There's nothing to know, bro. But bag snatching
You
is
said bag snatching.
You don't know about bag snatching?
I can kind of use the context clues
That's
and
what,
piece together.
That's
what
what's
it
happened
might
in
mean.
Beverly Hills when you leave your watch out when you're dining on the corner. But no, it's bag snatching.
That's AP snatching.
Yeah, the bag snatching is a classic Halloween.
Run that Goyard wallet too.
Classic.
Give me the rest of that Caesar chicken Caesar wrap.
You know what? That bread looks pretty good. Put that in too. I like that. Put the butter in while you're at it. No, I think that the bag snatching is probably. I feel like parents are more involved now.
So
So
they have to be.
But because also, I'm sure if you're 13, you dress up like you're wearing all Supreme. And
Right,
you're just
right,
going out
right.
to rob kids of their Reese's.
You got head to toe Preem with your fucking 6ix9ine mask on.
Bro, all right. I got. What are you for Halloween this year? XXX Tentacion.
R.I.P. your bag. Snatched it.
Yeah, I don't think Halloween, because I told you about my kind of personal issue I had on the Devil's Holiday on Sunday night, where it was the music.
Refresh my memory.
The music in the neighborhood.
It was absolutely. The volume was frightful.
The volume was boo. The volume was so loud in my neighborhood that I couldn't sleep till past 1 a.m., which, as you know, for me is more of a get up time than a sleep time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I had to get up, and I went out. I climbed out in my Brooks Brothers Oxford cloth boxer shorts onto the fire escape to try to place. This has happened for the whole time I've lived here. Like it gets loud, but this was piercing. This was vibrating my innards.
Okay, is this facing out onto the street, or is this in the inner courtyard system?
What I've come to believe, and I'm not an acoustician or anything, but I believe
We're just speculating here.
that it's a club that backs up, like the back of it is outside, and it's here, so it's an echo chamber. And they play like it was so loud, my teeth were rattling. I was trying to read my book, I couldn't concentrate. I have my white noise on, and then I had to do something I've never done before. I went into fucking sicko mode. I had to put AirPods in with white noise and sleep on my back.
What is the back part of it?
I usually am a stomach sleeper or a side sleeper, but because of the
okay.
AirPods and securing them in my canals, I had to stay.
So you normally sleep in the bottom position, and it was such a and you had to go flip it around.
I had to flip it around.
Damn, dude.
And I feel terrible. I still haven't recovered because we were out so late last night.
What kind of music were they playing?
Extremely loud, like top four, like
right
hits. That's the other problem. I know the words.
I throw my hands up in the air sometimes.
Because when I know the words, I can't. It keeps. It makes it worse.
This is why I like listening to instrumental music.
The bass patterns, of course, I recognize as a programmer myself. But the
as a beat technician,
as a technician. But it's been a tough couple days for me, and my body feels pretty good, but I need to kind of take tonight to reset because tomorrow night we have Them Jeans DJ set live at Ludlow House.
I guess that's tonight, yeah,
with all your favorite Trustafarian global citizens.
Yeah, if you're a friend of the show, send Chris an email or a DM, and he'll throw you on the list.
If you work remotely, you know where to find us.
Chris, you need to have, because like your house in LA and your house in New York are both in kind of hot spots with a lot of action and noise and stuff going on. Do you need to get some type of cottage upstate? Do you need the J Tree Winnebago? Do you like where are you going to go to find your solace?
I think I'm going to look into extreme soundproofing.
Okay.
For windows, like I would spend $5,000 to get 2 windows that are just like.
Oh, interesting.
Jail level soundproof.
But will that do it? Because these old plaster walls are probably.
I think it would. I think it would do it enough where it'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
No, it really is a problem, and I do love the action, and it usually doesn't bother me. But when if there's noise when I'm sleeping, you remember the story where I threw eggs at the neighbor?
Sure.
Like I can't. It's just to me, there's just some things we don't do, lines we don't cross.
Yeah.
Loud music at night, we don't cross that line.
So you're like the local neighborhood kind of narc guy.
No, I would never call 911 or even 311. I'll do citizens justice.
No, you don't. Yeah, you never call the feds.
These late night.
You might go on the fire escape and drop a bucket of water on some people who are carrying on downstairs.
These pussies, they ain't ready for it. As soon as you knock on the door, the music shuts off. They don't want to come to the door. Mm-hmm. They don't want the smoke because they know they're in the wrong. They know.
Wait,
all I want is a peaceful.
How do you not put your mic on next to the floor and let's see what a Chris Black knock sounds like. Old narc ass knock. Oh shit.
The key to a scary knock, not the knuckles, side of the hand.
Side of the hand.
Side of the hand feels no. You want side of the hand.
Knuckles says "Heidi ho, neighbor." Side of the hand said You're about to mess around and find out. You're about to beep around and find out.
And I've had to do this many times in my life because I choose to live in these hot spots. And maybe if I wanted to relocate to Boring Hill and be a loser, this wouldn't. I would have a lot of other problems.
You probably couldn't sleep over in Boring Hill either.
No, all those kids running around.
So many kids.
It's like a Sesame Street taping.
I did see a lot of dogs wearing hot dog costumes. Oh, that was so awesome.
That hurt my hand a little bit.
But speaking of costumes, there's. Yeah, you really committed to the bit, and now your neighbor is going to come and knock on your door.
I know, they're like, bro, why are you banging on the floor?
Why are you fucking doing your tap dancing again? But speaking of costumes, I think that there are some Halloween costumes that are finally ready to be retired.
Okay, what's coming down?
Fifth Element chick.
I saw 4 Fifth Element chicks of varying success rates on the TL.
You mean like their life is varying success rates or the quality of the costume?
First of all, I've never seen that movie, so I had to ask you what that costume is.
But I've seen every single year for the last 10 years since that movie came out. I've seen 10 people wearing that. Because
it's a classic. I can get my body out, but it's like a movie people love.
I can get people used to love. I don't think people really even.
Who's in that movie?
Mila Jojovich. But like she's iconic in that movie. She has this red hair and she's wearing this crazy thingy and it's so hot and sexy. And like you could do it with like I had it professional, Vivian Westwood made a 1-of-1 version of it. Or you can just like wrap your titties in toilet paper and you kind of got the same vibe.
These chicks they went to Spirit to get the wig and then they got the toilet paper out.
But I think it's that one I'm ready for us to be all done with. And I don't even know I don't know why, because it is a sexy costume to look at if you see an attractive person wearing this costume. Me likey, but
I think the problem is I think that I find
no
less
offense to all of our fifth list.
I find that costume less offensive than costumes that are meme based. Or
like a viral moment.
A viral moment costume that you need context for is to me the dumbest thing you can possibly do. Like
Kylie or Kendall Jenner being a cucumber.
Yeah, it's like that's not fun. Also, that whole
just be a cucumber.
This thing that celebrities do now, where they're like, "All right, I'm spending 20 bands on the costume and the photo shoot for Instagram." What is the payoff? Like, what is the point of that?
It's content. That's all.
I know. I understand. I'm familiar with content, but I'm saying, like, is there is it just like I have to participate in this at this level because my homegirls are doing that?
Well, yeah. What I've noticed is Halloween no longer, like, every Halloween party is awful. Trick or treating, is for children. And Halloween is just about the photo now.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else to do. Like I haven't been to a good Halloween party since like 2004.
That's because they don't exist.
They just don't. I mean, I don't know. It really is all about the photo, though, and it's just like Halloween is. It's the same reason why National Pizza Day exists and why all
that's
this
a holiday
exists.
I actually respect. But this goes back to my theory, and one of the things that kind of beyond Chris Air, kind of one of the things that I'm pushing is the abolish all holidays. No more holidays.
No more holidays.
What good do they do us? They're for children.
Well, now that content is king, holidays are never going to be abolished.
Should we take a How Long Gone Christmas card picture of you and I wearing white t-shirts and khakis on a beach? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
That's a cool like southern, and they also do that in Newport.
It's a very big Newport thing.
That would be cool for us, I think.
You
Barefoot.
get the dog out there.
Yeah.
One person's doing a jump kind of thing.
I think that holidays are more of a problem than they are a positive.
For you, yes. But for the lay people of the world, it's
I'm saying, what if we gave you the time off? What if you still got the time off, but you didn't have to spend time with your family? You didn't have to cook. You didn't have to buy a tree that's going to shed all over the fucking rug. Think about it. What if you didn't have to celebrate Thanksgiving, a terrible holiday?
Well, some people like their family.
But you can still do that, but I don't think the pretense is necessary.
Yeah.
I love my family and I can see them anytime, but I think the pressure to see someone at a certain time when everyone's like all wound up because I forgot the gift and the cake is burning,
right.
Whatever. It's like all that
the mall was a mess. I couldn't get the Game Boy.
My dad goes to the mall to shop 3 days before Christmas every year and complains about it.
I'm going down to Macy's and see what I could rustle up.
Every year he complains to my dad, you know that you could do this online or just earlier. But I'm saying it's just not necessary. Like there's a way, I think it would affect the economy negatively, unfortunately, which that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah. So your logic is sort of when you go to a restaurant and you ask, are there any specials on the menu? And they say, everything on the menu is special.
Exactly.
We don't need to have a holiday to do this. Just do it all year round.
Can you imagine what people have spent on ornaments alone? What a waste.
How much I've spent on ornaments.
I know you have the entire Peanuts collection, and they're nice, and I know they're hand-blown glass, but it's still...
They are heirlooms at this point.
They've been passed down through generations.
But I think holidays now are literally... It's the equivalent of when somebody clearly posts a fake thing on their social media where it says... A lot of you guys have been asking me about my skincare routine, so here goes. And it's like... A lot of you people have been asking me to dress up like a slut, so I'm going to dress up like a slut today.
That's true. That's what Halloween is for sure.
Or like a lot of it's for people who are like, wouldn't it be awesome if I dressed up like The Rock? Like, cause he's my favorite actor, and he actually used to be a wrestler before, and he's like so buff and he looks awesome. Like, what if I could walk around dressed as The Rock? Oh man! And then Halloween gives you a reason to.
That's true.
And there's a lot of people whose brains work like that, and bless their hearts.
No, it is a bless their heart situation, absolutely. But I think that we're going to be winding holidays down in the next 20 to 25 years. I think Christmas will be the only one that remains.
I think that New Year's will be the only one that remains because it sort of technically has to happen with the passing of time. Because as our dystopian future comes nearer and nearer,
this is great stuff.
It'll be the same reason where it's like, how am I supposed to celebrate blah blah? Like when COVID was going on, it's like, well, I mean, how do I have Easter when there's a global pandemic going on? It's like, it's going to get to the point where it's like, people are like sleeping with a knife in their hand and like a go bag underneath their bed with and you got to look out because people are in like, oh, it's Flag Day today. Like nobody's going to care about any holidays.
I don't think I've ever had fun on New Year's in my entire adult life.
I've had fun a couple times.
Or maybe I've had fun for a couple hours, and then it kind of goes away. I don't want it to go.
Everyone has had one epic New Year's night, and only one. And then you spend the rest of your 20s and 30s chasing that. You never quite get there. And then once you hit your late 30s, then you start...
going to bed before midnight.
Well, you start going to bed before midnight, but you hit a certain age where you know all the pros and cons to the situation, and the cons begin to outweigh the pros. It's the same thing with cocaine and going out on. You're just like, oh, the Uber and the whole.
You think about it. You think about it too hard.
And if we go to some club, they're going to charge us like $100 to get in, and I won't even like the music, and I won't have a place to sit down unless I buy a bottle of Jose Cuervo.
Well, the new shows
$1,100.
come out on Thursdays, so I can't miss that. My new show.
I think I'll stay at home with my Abbott Elementary and Marathon and my Boom Chicka Pop guilt-free munching. Lastly, I wanted to talk about the Twitter blue check mark price going up.
This is something I don't want to talk about, but
really?
I'm just kidding.
Well, I think that I would pay for the Instagram check, but I don't know if I would care to pay for the Twitter check.
I think that
I don't see any inherent value.
I
in the
would
blue
pay
check
for
on
it because I'm so used to seeing it, but I also know that there's nothing lamer than paying for it. Like of course. It completely negates the entire thing.
It ain't tricking if you got it does not apply to the blue check.
I don't think. Yeah, somebody was like, "Isn't this like your parking thing? You're trying to pay the most." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's very different."
That's a fair.
But I think that what's going to happen is I think obviously your boy Stephen King was like, "Fuck out of here, Elon," and Elon's like, "Come on, bro. How about 8? How about 8? Let me hold 8."
Stephen King said, "I'm about to be gone like Enron." were his words that he said.
He wanted to speak in terms that Elon would understand.
Maybe, yeah. So I don't see $20 sounds a little steep.
$20 sounds insane because it's also I think that it's like assuming that people. It's not like Twitter verification means you're famous. It's mostly like journalists with 400 followers that worked at BuzzFeed once.
Yeah,
and it's not people with money.
And that reminds me of I was looking at the Drudge Report headline, and it said something like. Musk the Dangerous charging $20 to the world's richest.
Too good.
And like like 85% of people verified on Twitter make $300 a month writing articles about shoes,
Yeah, it's not but I think
it is not the world's richest.
I think that he's going to back off of it, to be honest. I think he came out.
Well, he's already down to $8 a month.
It's already, I think he came out hot, and I think people were like, bro, like, we thought this was funny, but if you start charging us money, I think most people don't. I care a lot, and I still am like, I don't know.
There's a lot of people. I mean, my theory, which was a little bit of a stoner thought, but
no,
maybe
not
work.
You.
But I think it has some weight to it. I think it should be run like a domain name purchase. Like if you go on GoDaddy and you want to buy Coca-Cola.com or pizza.com,
it's going to cost you.
Is going to run you a check. But if I want to buy, Purple Door Underwear Company 69, to get that, it's going to cost 99 cents a month.
I think that's
$10 a year.
If it has to go this way, that's not a bad theory, not a bad idea. But I think he's going to back down. I think that this whole thing,
and it'll be a good model for our taxing the poor.
But the
not
worst
the rich.
part about all this is people online being like, "Well, it's been fun. Here we go. What's the next social media app? Because Twitter's over.
Right.
A fascist is in charge.
Twitter ain't gonna be over,
guys. There's a fascist in charge of every business. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this.
You want to go hang out with Zuck instead?
Yeah. Like, what are you going to delete LinkedIn now, Chief? You need a job.
You want a skinny nerd or a fat nerd running your shit?
I just don't. People just
now the Zuck doing boxing and shit.
Bro, Zuck's about to be.
It's Zuck season. He's about to lap you, little hoes.
He will now. When you talk shit to him, he'll rub the sunscreen off his face and beat your ass.
Hit you with the little roundhouse. He'll do a jumping knee.
I have been hanging out with Joseph Rogan, and I have learned some sweeping kicks.
Joseph and I have been in my meta dojo after I do my longboard.
He's doing paddle boarding. He's a big paddle boarder.
A Kauaian paddle board. I don't need my coffee in the morning. Like, I'm awake when I see the sun come up over my lagoon. Fistful of macadamias.
Him having the meta dojo in the crib, where it's like it's just, instead of the logo on the wall, it's his AI character from Meta.
Oh yeah,
in some show yo role.
In the show yo role gi, and he's like, "Good morning, Master Zuck. Do you want your acai bowl?" And he's like, I trained him how to say acai the right way.
It would be so cool if he started being like, "Oh yeah, I'm down here with Pat from Ruka for the weekend." Like, I don't know. He's just cool, man.
He brought all the guys out.
Maddie came to cook some burgers. We're just going to get some rolls on. I don't know. Actually, I did stop drinking. Yeah. So I've been sober for like 3 months. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, these guys are cool, man.
Yeah. But like, some of the guys are going to be pre-gaming, but like, I don't even mind, like, even though I'm not drinking right now. And then we'll probably just like go out to some of the clubs. You know what I mean?
Orange County, actually, like, I'd never spent much time here, but the nightlife is pretty cool,
dude. And when we come home, I think we're gonna like order like a bunch of pizzas. So if you guys want to cruise, just like get after it.
I need to see the Zuck show your role gi collab.
Yeah, How Long Gone listeners, Photoshop a nice Mark Zuckerberg show roll.
Just the gi with like, maybe we got Mark's head on the front left breast and the back just says Meta Mark.
Yeah, we need to have the Ruka undefeated Meta XXX.
Yeah.
Y'all, heads in. It's going to be like the Cause.
Yeah.
Comme des Garçons shit, like next level collab status.
Epic stuff.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Today's Wednesday, Friday. We have a couple more tickets for our show, I think.
Yeah, there's probably a few left. Music Hall of Williamsburg. Doors are at 8 p.m. How Long Gone, 9 p.m. Our guest, Hari Neff, will be arriving by chauffeured car. Mm-hmm. And then also, last show of the year just announced.
Oh, yeah.
How Long Gone in beautiful Seattle. We're coming back. If anybody wants to give us an Amazon factory tour, let me know. We're at Madame Lou's on December the 15th. We're looking forward to it. We had a really great time in Seattle last time.
That's a shining example of, we come to your city, we like it, you like us, it's a great idea, then we do it again. So if you live in San Francisco, maybe there's an Amtrak that you can take up to Seattle, or a JSX flight.
It's probably beautiful this time of year. But yeah, we'll see you in Seattle December the 15th. I think tickets are on sale Friday. I don't know. You'll see it on social media. Madame Lou's, Seattle, December 15th. And we'll see.
High ticket warning.
High ticket warning. They just dropped, bro. And we will see you all on Friday in New York.
And we'll see you tonight at the Ludlow House. Don't forget to send Chris a DM with your
Don't forget. And if you think you're a better DJ than Jason, please bring your sticks.
Double part, parallel part, and I pick up that back with a spark. So many artists can't even say rap with them pieces of flow, I don't know where to start. Shopping cart when I go pick up my narc. So many animals like Noah's Ark. Hop on the chart and I pop me a break and put me a phone before it get apart. Allen and Kelly, my blood pull up on me, we'll pass it the act, I don't want no card. Make your whole ride along with me, got up in it, and got me feeling like Kevin Hart. Back up that camera, pop out when I park. Act up that Draco, come out after dark. Niggas don't act like they bout to lie till you pull up on them, see that it's not in they heart. Then niggas you think be the coolest, a groupie, he put on the act like he's shooting a movie. Kidding with fashion, I'm talking my dad, and they thought it was Newton, then you must be stupid. Treat that bitch, make a drop of me like Lucy. We got the key to the trees, I got the use. Pull up in my mansion, the crib is extending the bitches, my nigga, I'm feeling like Pookie. Yeah, that way, dab at the runway. Can they run into the M and I think it's just a rat race. My name bitch on back page. I pull up with a Yonsei lemonade. Niggas performing up at the Barclay. They test the dope, said it was parquet. I've been trapping this a long day. We don't want nobody niggas in the game. Be taking my swag, I wanna